Good evening, guys. Welcome to our little Friday night get together. Nice to see so many of you in already. Good to see you. Okay, let's get straight into the hellos. As always, get these out of the way, and then a lot of stuff to get through tonight, guys. I've got competitions, I've got joke of the week, I've got some serious news, and I've got some other bits and pieces. And I've got a real treat for you towards the end, care of one of the viewers. It's a video link I'm going to send you. But as always, let's start saying hello to everyone. So straight in. At number one, as they say, is Crypto Chris Card. Hi to you, Brian Street. How are you doing? FC McLaren F1. It seems to be the same people every week, doesn't it? Which is good. No name. Getting ready, Peter. Playing hockey from work. Good. Red Pill Denmark. Handsome man. Yeah, you got that right. Ben Leno. Hello, matey. Shane O'Traveller. Shane, I'm going to try and get in touch with you on Sunday. I do the stories on Saturday. I edit the stories Saturday and Sunday. I normally record them, but at some point, I believe you're 6 hours ahead of the UK, so I'll drop you an email and we'll work something out. Shane's going to be a guest on the stream, or I'll do a video or something. Just try and make it a little bit more interactive with people. As you guys said in the poll, you wanted to see a lot more people join in. Okay, right, the fake Ed Sweeney. Right, now this guy, the fake Ed Sweeney, when I first seen him on the channel, I thought, oh, is this guy, you know, is he masquerading as a real Ed Sweeney? He's a bit of a deviant. But he's not actually. He's an okay guy. I've had a few messages back and forth. And I'm going to send you the link. Well, I'm going to put up the link to a video that this guy sent me, which is really interesting. It was hard to get the video. What it is, if you're a fan of the stories, the crash and burn stories between the bar girls and the guys who go out to Thailand, I get a lot of comments like, oh, this guy was a simp, or I don't know how guys could be so stupid. And it's hard, especially if you've never been to Thailand. People look at these, listen to these stories and think, how could that guy have fallen for that? Well, this video that I'm going to give you the link, I'm not going to give you it now because you'll all go off and watch it. And I've got 151 in the stream now. I'll have like one, and that'll be Franco in the background. So I'm not going to give you the link yet. I'll do that at the end. An hour and a half tonight, and then you can watch that before you go to bed or first thing in the morning. But what that video is, it's about a guy who goes to Thailand and he explains how good life is. It's easy. He's a middle-aged Australian guy. He's going out to the bars. He's getting off with girls every night. But he starts to get bored of that. He finds him. I'm not giving the story away. I'm just going to tell you how interesting this is. So he gets with this girl. She's very good with money. She saves him a lot of money around town. In the end, he starts to trust her more and more, lets her take control of little bits of his money. Then it kind of escalates. And in the end, I won't tell you much more than that, but she, you know, when you watch this documentary, at the end of it, you're going to get angry. Even I was angry. I watched it. And, you know, for these guys who listen to these stories who have never been to Thailand and think, well, these girls can't be that bad. Not all of them. Not all of them. It's true. But when you see this girl, you know, you just think the guy, he's a nice guy. He wasn't kind of like the sharpest tool in the box because he's, you know, he let his guard down a little bit, but he didn't deserve what happened. And I don't want to give any more than that, but it's a great documentary. It was really hard to find it. The only place I could find it was on, it was twice the speed. So it was times 2 the speed. So I couldn't get it anywhere else. I had to download it, run it through my editing software at 50%, and then record it as another video. Then what I've had to do because of copyright issues, I've uploaded it to my website, Thailand Bound. So what I'll do, it's not obvious. You won't find it if you go on there, but I'll send you the link at the end. You can go and watch that. Okay. So Brian, thank you, mate. £5 straight in. That's for the birthday drinks. How did you know it's my birthday today, Brian? I'm 62, young 62-year-old man. Yeah, I don't feel 62. When I was a kid, I was just saying to my wife just now, when I was young, when I was sort of 10, 12, you know, when guys at 60 to 65, they normally died of old age, and people said, you know, oh, he had a good innings, didn't he? But not nowadays. And Angel Cabals, is it? Cables. Thank you very much for that. That's another load of beers there. Thanks, guys, for them. All right, so let's carry on where we left off. Let me just get something off my chest real quick. We've got nearly 200 in now before I say hi to anyone else. There's a guy who left a remark, and I don't know whether to take this as a kind of sarcasm, or whether he meant it as a joke. Now, I just turned my computer off before I came on here because I'm scared that the internet will go down. I did everything I could to kind of save my chances of saving my internet, as it were. Let me just open up this Word doc. Yeah, so... bear with me, guys. Hang on, bear with me. Right, bear with me. I'm just trying to find this document. I should have. There we are. Right. So you know, at the beginning, sometimes like in the comments, you can leave comments before the stream actually starts. And this guy, his username's Evil C. So I don't want to kind of, he says, the ladies on the banners get more intelligent every time. Now, when I read that, I thought, is he being sarcastic there? Because, you know, I always, and they're not clickbait. I do make thumbnails for the story sometimes, clickbait. Everybody does. But for these streams, they're just fun. And he's referring to, you know, like this week I put a different girl and I put her on there, you know, and obviously she's got the old inflatables. You know, she's not going to sink, is she? And it's just for fun, you know. I mean, if it were normally it's this lady, but I've kind of run out of pictures of her now. I've used her for a couple of months. And when he wrote that, I don't know if he was being sarcastic or he meant it as a joke. So I won't say anything. But guys, it's just for fun. It's to put a smile on your face. You know, it's not, like I say, it's not clickbait. I do put a bit of clickbait on the stories because if anybody says they don't, then you know, I think they're lying. You see all these, like you'll type into YouTube and you'll see all these thumbnails and guys are like, I couldn't believe it. Or, you know, they do all these stupid faces. You know, that turns me right off. So on that one, you know, the girls with the big boobs, it's just for fun, guys. Don't take it too seriously, okay? All right, I've just got another super chat there. Then I've got a feeling I know who this is from. So let me get this up. Marky Mark, hey Peter, love your thumbnails. This makes me want to hop on a plane to Thailand right now. Happy birthday, handsome man. Cheers. Thanks, Mark. It is appreciated. And I've got a nice competition lined up for you later on this evening, Mark. Let me just get rid of this ticker here and just put the latest numbers up. I know you're not really too interested in the latest pandemic numbers. What I'll do when we get a few more in, we've only been going for a few minutes now, but when we get a few more in, we'll get through the serious stuff about the latest news. We'll get through all that, and then we'll get into the fun stuff. My daughter's bought me a pizza today. I'm really thirsty. No doubt I'll have to nip off to the loo halfway through, but I shouldn't have had pizza. Right, okay. Who else we got? Let's see, where did we get up to? Dutch Farang, how you doing? Shane, go and live near. Shane, go and live. Did I hear it good? Okay. Crocodile Sunday, hi from Belfast. Planning to my first trip to Thailand in May. You'll have fun, Crocodile Sunday. You'll have fun. And James Smith, hi. Who else we got? Stephen. Aha. Now let me put you up on screen. Then let me get rid of this ticker now. That's get rid of them numbers. Right. Antonio, I hope I pronounced that right. Right, my great friend Peter, finally the first time watching you live. Have an amazing night. Well, I want to give you a mention because you sent a message earlier and you said you actually set your clock to watch this. So I think you said 3:45 and 3:45 a.m. I mean, that's real hardcore. Most people at night, they'll watch it on the rerun, but for you to actually get out of bed, it's kind of like, you know, I don't know what to say to you. I feel like I'm not justified in earning this from you, if that makes sense. But thanks for being here, and I really do appreciate it. It's really weird this week because, you know, a lot of the weeks when I do the streams, I'll say, oh, I've had this troll and I've had that troll, and people write things to me. And it's been really weird that last couple of weeks I've had some really, really nice messages from people, you know. And a guy wrote me a long message the other day, and I won't even tell you what it was. It was so complimentary. I was actually kind of like stunned when I read it. You know, I thought, really? Did he mean to send this to someone else or me? But you do, you know, you tend to just think of the negative aspects, and then when nice stuff comes in, you kind of get shocked. Right, Barry from EastEnders. Hello, you dirty mongers. No, not us, Barry, not us. Just let you know, because you know I'm moving out to Thailand. I've had a few viewings on my house, but it's on at top money. I didn't want to do myself short. I've had about 4 viewings. The good news, it hasn't sold. I haven't had an offer yet. But the good news is nobody said, oh, the kitchen's too small, or I don't like the area, or it's too noisy. Nothing like that. People are just, you know, they're looking at their finances. I've had all positive feedback, but nobody's actually said, yeah, I'll have it just yet, because it's quite a lot of money I'm asking for it. I'm not asking over the odds. I'm asking the going rate, but it's right at the top end, if that makes sense. John Hobson, is it? Hope? Hang on. Before we get into it, let me just read this. You know, for a lot of weeks, I was putting out a message. I said, look, I've never had a Western woman tell her story on the stories. If there's anybody out there, and I was trying for weeks and weeks, and finally last week I was able to. A Western lady wrote in a story. She sent it to me. I put it out there, and the majority guys wrote, and they said it was good to hear a different perspective, a woman's perspective. So I just want to read you this. This comment came in on that video about the women, and this is from somebody called Chicago on the Go, and I shall be reading this out at the beginning of next week's story. Now, this is his exact words, right? He says, Don't ever read a female written story again. That one was one of the most boring stories you have ever read. It was like being tortured to listen to. So I just replied and said, please go and see our refund department. But because of that, the next set of stories next Saturday, I've got one from a Western woman again. I haven't read it yet, so I hope it's good. But I thought that quite humorous. Right. Have I done that? Have I done you, Brian? Have I done your super chat? Yeah, I think I have. There was another one there. Marky Mark. Hang on. Right, Darren Drew. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate that. You guys are quite generous to me here. I don't ever ask for anything, but you know you're quite generous. Right. Let's have a look. I mean, we got in over 250 now, so that's good. Right, let's right. I'll say hello to a few more people. I haven't said hello to many people. I'll whiz through them now. Right, Les. Hello, Peter from Hawaii. Let me put that because I can't say that name. I'm 32. What need to do to live in Thailand? Blimey, how long have you got? This will be like a 15-hour stream. Honestly, the easiest answer is just go onto YouTube and type in similar questions. You'll get all your answers on YouTube. How do you pronounce that? Ayashir, is it? Hi to you. That's a nice picture there. I presume that's your partner. That won't be you, I guess, is it? It'd be nice if we had a female there. If that is you, let me know. Right, Hugh Jass, besides the live stream, did you do anything fun to celebrate your birthday? No, I don't, to be honest with you. I've got to the point now, I think 62, I'm still alive. No, I don't. For me, it's just another day. We go through the motions. I mean, my wife bought me a really, really nice watch. I won't say anything more than that, but I kind of get a little bit angry because I think, why did you spend that much money on me? When it was her birthday, I'm practical, right? I'm a guy. I bought her a tablet, you know, like not an Apple, just a decent tablet, a few £100, but it's good. And but she bought me this watch today, and it was about £1,500, and she'd got discount. And I was like, you know, I can't say why did you buy that, but I'm thinking, Jesus, you know. But she's Asian, you know, she's Korean, and that's what they do, isn't it? You know, I won't say any more than that. Right. You got over the jaundice pretty quick, Pete. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. Do you remember last week where I'd been tangled, where I was all orange? So when I went to bed that night, I thought, right, I'm going to really investigate that neck tomorrow. And I turned on the camera, and it just came on like this. So just a glitch. I don't know what it was, really. Right, Aaron, Zizi's top shirt on order now. Good. Robert Gilbert, hello from New York City. Charles Saunders, glad we are celebrating your birthday. Yeah, not really celebrating, just mentioned it. I don't think I'll mention it again. Right. Javier, how you doing? Thanks for that. Elsmere, you need to earn enough. No, I don't. I'm all right for cash, thanks. Paul McCockard, is it? All right, we'll put that up. Okay, you got me there. Right, okay. Paul Hoskin, Captain Birdseye, eat your heart out. I've more fish fingers in you, right? The Walking Dude, Nick T, hi. Seamus Doherty, how are you? What are you drinking tonight? I am drinking tonight. I've changed now. I'm not on the Kronenbergs anymore. I'm doing an Ed Sweeney special. I'm on these now. Pilsner. Right, believe it or not, that's a... I'll tell you why I'm on them. I'm not hard up, but I don't like to waste money. If I buy 4 regular cans of beer, the Kronenberg 440 ml, they're about £4.50 in my local co-op. They're not much cheaper in Sainsbury's or wherever. £4.50, right? Those, they're bigger cans. They're 500. They're 4.5%. The Kronenbergs are 5%. So not much in it. £3.25 for 4. It's a it's a no-brainer, is it? So I just go to Aldi and I get a case at a time, and that's what I'm drinking now. Right. Right, Shane. 10 hours different Friday night versus Saturday morning. So you're saying 10 hours ahead or 10 hours behind, Shane? That's a big time difference. Dario Dimitrio, is it? Greetings from Koh Samui. 29 years old, 5 years married to Thai. Good, and I presume that's your partner there, lovely looking lady. Welcome to the stream. Always nice to have guys. We're all old dinosaurs on here, you see, 50 plus, I think, most of us anyway. Occasionally we get the old... We get a younger guy on, but not very often. But it's nice to see you here. And hi to Franco in the background there, deleting a few comments. Right, okay, yeah, nice one, Franco. Got rid of that. Right, who else? Mike Jones. Nothing wrong with a nice watch, Peter. It is one of the few pieces of jewelry a man wears. I lose them. I've had some really nice watches. I had a Raymond Weald when the kids were young. It'd be worth about $3,000 now. and we went on a caravan site when I used to take the kids caravan and when they were very young, and I took it off to shave in a communal toilet block, put it on the side, went back to the caravan. I thought, shit, my watch. Went back, and of course it was gone. I had to take care of this one. Right. Hard Tulip, please don't use the Lord's name in vain, Peter. Did I? You're not religious, are you? JB, is the house not your house, but JB, in the house, not your house, but my house. A little bit cryptic there. Right. Aisha M says she's Asian, she's Korean. Okay, like my wife, she's Korean. JB, Mongers assemble. Right, Canary spreads his wings. Don't wear an expensive watch in Thailand. I used to wear a Rolex, a nice, really nice Rolex. In if you don't do anything stupid, it's safe enough. Ting Tong Bill, happy birthday, thank you. Dave Andrew, for my birthday, the Thai girlfriend bought me a cake and chucked it in my face. All right, I wonder what you did to deserve that. Right, John Paul, hi Peter. How is the planning the move to Thailand going? Do you have a rough date for your move? I guess the time of your live streams will change. Don't forget your EU viewers, happy birthday. Yeah, the thing is, John, I can't put a time date on it because it's all down to my house selling. Until my house sells, I can't go. I mean, what I'm planning to do is go out there. If they drop this Thailand pass and everything, I'm planning to go out there in July for at least a month, 6 weeks, find an apartment and start getting it done out and everything. But it all depends on my house. So obviously it's very frustrating for me because I'm just sitting around waiting for it. God, that pizza was very salty. Right, Nick T. Fairly interesting interview with Andrew, who wrote the book. Bit of a low blow asking him, does anything stick out for you? Oh, yeah, that's not very nice, is it? Right. Right, talking of books, a lot of people have said to me for a long, long time, because I've been doing this channel for about 3.5 years now. People said to me, you know, all these stories that you get saying, why don't you put them into a book format? There's another Thailand-based YouTuber, he brought out a book, and I just didn't know how to do it. Well, I'm happy to say that I am bringing out a book within the next month or so, and it's just going to be a compilation of these stories. I might be able to bring out 3 or 4 of the books because you can only fit probably 20 stories into one book, 200 pages, and I must have 100. I keep all the stories typed up. Somebody's helping me with that. The only thing I'm stuck with now, I can't think of a name for the book. So obviously the story is going to be about guys who go out to Thailand, meet bar girls, and it's just destructive, isn't it? I know you get the odd one that works out, but most of them are destructive. And I've got to think of a good name for the book that's when somebody looks at it, immediately they know, okay, it's a foreigner, they meet a Thai bar girl, it's a kind of disaster, but it's very hard. You've got to get it into kind of 5 words. So if you've got any ideas for a name for a book, guys, and I'll keep you updated on that. And you know, if I see a good, I don't think I'll use this one, but I thought about I love you long time, and then in brackets not, but I don't think that's that great. But you know, that's something that kind of length would be, you know, and then it's got to have a subtitle. So you know, with a book, you've got the main title, then underneath it will say something like, you know, Tales of Crash and Burn from Thailand. I don't know, but if you've got any ideas, right? Ed Sweeney. Right. Did you miss that one, Frank? Or am I reading that too quick? And I think it's a bit of a joke there. Look. All right. Ed Sweeney's 20 stone wife back in the UK. All right. No, that's a bit of a joke there. Okay. Very amusing. Right. Let's. How many we got in now? Over 300 in. And we've been going. Give it another 5 minutes. I'll say hello to a few more people. Then we'll get into the main events. Deke the Trucker. Book name Thailand Bound. Yeah, that doesn't. It's nice and simple, Deke, but it doesn't really give a stranger who doesn't know me or the channel any idea of what it's about. You know, I'm reading a book at the moment that I read 20 years ago called Damage Done, about a guy called Warren Fellows who got busted in the Montage Hotel in 1978 with a load of drugs, and he was thrown into a hellhole. You know, and the picture on the book is him in shackles. So as soon as you look at that book, but I need a name that sort of tells people, gives them an idea anyway. Nomad Traveller, hi Peter from Vancouver. Hi, I fly for me. Happy birthday, Peter. Thanks a lot. Dutch Farang, haha, Peter. Yeah. Paul Shackleton, how you doing, mate? Only just 50. You're a young man, Paul, a young man. Right. Seamus says, what kind of watch did you get? I should have loaded up. I've got a picture. I should have loaded it. It's called a Tag, and it's a Tag. I haven't got it on. Believe it or not, this one, right? This one was £3.95 off eBay. £3.95. Really good time. It's a Geneva. It's a tag. It's called something. It's a tag, something like a tag sports or a tag. Oh, I can't remember. I can't remember what it's called. I can find out though because I've got it in WhatsApp because I sent a picture of it to Simon today. He was amazed. Anyway, yeah, there we go. It was a Formula One tag Formula One. So obviously she didn't tell me what she paid for it, but I looked for it on YouTube and it was quite pricey actually. Right. The fake Ed Sweeney. Too many fake Ed Sweeneys on here. Well, that was supposedly Ed's missus. And yeah, huge ass. In general, do you think Thailand has the most beautiful women? For me personally, I like if I had to pick the 3 best looking women in the world, only for me personally, I think Japanese, Korean, and Thai, not in that order, but them 3 group for me are probably the you can expand on that. You could say Hawaiians. I won't say who I don't really find attractive, but right. Matthew Cartwright, how you doing? 40 here. You're in the younger lot there at 40, believe it or not. Right. Okay. Look, we've been going for a while. Let's let me just read this out to you before I get into the serious stuff. Now, this is from a guy called Harry Metcalf. Hi, Harry, if you watch this tomorrow, because I know you're in Hua Hin now. Now, Harry was a guy who I met on the stream, just like you guys, and he started sending me bits and pieces, news articles, little videos, and we got talking, chatting, and I've kept in touch with him for about a year. And he sent me an email last night, and I thought I'd read this out because it's quite interesting, very short, but it just says, good morning, Peter. I'm still enjoying the easy life here in Hua Hin. It's a great place. Glad your videos put me onto Hua Hin. Just a couple of updates on the scene here. And this is last night, right? So it's recent. As for the night scene, all the bars appear to close at 12 midnight, but getting a lock-in is very easy should it be desired. Not many foreigners around and many ladies seem to be desperate. Met a guy from Liverpool last night. He's been living in Chatham for 7 years. He said you wouldn't believe the sheer volume of British guys that come out here. They lose the plot and get involved with bar girls. Same pattern of events each time, money required for kids, mother, sick buffaloes, medical treatment, motorbikes, pickup trucks, gold necklaces, and the big one, house and land. He says it always ends in tears with the Farang going home penniless. Nobody has any sympathy for broke-ass foreigners either. I say enjoy the beach and beer and protect your assets at all time. So that was from Harry last night. He actually sent me an update just before I came on the screen on my phone here. Let me read this because it's quite interesting as well. It says, time for another one. The bloke in Chatham, so that's the guy we just read about, right, was telling me a story of a Brit who was besotted with his lady of questionable virtue. She persuaded him to buy a 3 million baht truck for the family. As soon as he returned to London, she sold the truck and brought gold, frittered the money away on gambling. Never say ties are not innovative, though. When he returned for Bangkok for another holiday, she came to the airport to meet him in an identical truck that was hired for a few weeks. He was none the wiser. Despite stories like this, I still love Thailand. Happy days. So there you go. Another one bites the dust, as they say. Right. Okay. Christ. I've never nearly finished it tonight. It's that salty pizza. Right. Okay. Let's just... I've got some good fun stuff coming up tonight, guys, but let me get into some of the the latest. It's all out there on the news, but I've condensed it really short, just so if anybody hasn't watched the know what's going on, I can just give you a brief summary of it here. So I'll get through this real quick. But before I do, I just want to say hi to Noel, as always. You might have heard me talk about Noel before. Noel's blind. He can't watch a stream, but he thoroughly enjoys them. He writes to me nearly every week telling me how much he enjoyed the stream. And as I say, he can't watch them. He can only listen to them, but he does enjoy them. So Noel, if you're out there, I know you're out there, mate. So I hope you're going to enjoy this stream. And there you go. A big shout out for you, buddy. All right. Right. So into the news for this week, the sort of things that are happening in Thailand, the more serious bits and pieces. Songkran figures to determine future easing of travel restrictions. Further easing of travel restrictions to help the struggling tourism sector will depend on an evaluation of the pandemic situation after the Songkran holiday next week. A spokesman for the Centre for the COVID Situation Administration said a meeting of the CCSA on Friday agreed in principle on the need for friendlier measures to attract tourists when when this would happen rested on the number of new infections after the Thai New Year break. Well, that's great, isn't it? What do people do at Songkran? They all get together in big groups, so we'll see. The government will on Friday consider scrapping mandatory RT-PCR tests for foreign visitors arriving in the country, as it further eases entry rules to attract tourists. The Prime Minister and the Public Health Minister on Thursday said the Department of Disease Control will submit a proposal to end RT-PCR tests during a meeting on Friday. So that meeting was today. I haven't got anything on that yet. So I guess tomorrow when I go through the news websites, I'll find out what happened in that meeting today. But I agree with Tim from the Tiger, what he said. I was watching the Tiger today, and he said, you know, it's all very well them saying that they want to end the RT-PCR test and they're going to bring this up, they're going to suggest it, but they haven't said anything about dates. They've only just said that they're suggesting that it should be ended, but not they haven't given any dates. And just the last one on this, or a couple of small ones. Domestic tourism receipts for the first quarter this year are expected to tally 135 billion baht from 29.7 million trips, but the Tourism Authority of Thailand is still aiming for 656 billion baht in revenue for the segment for the entire year. TAT governor said total domestic revenue in the first 3 months surged 53% year on year from 29.7 million trips, an increase of 73%. However, TAT still set an ambitious target of 160 million local trips, generating 656 billion baht this year, as it will try to encourage 52% of locals who remain hesitant about travel to venture out if they are vaccinated with a booster or not. So they're kind of going on, they're kind of pinning their hopes on local tourism now. And the last one for now, arrivals up since RT-PCR test. So since they dropped this, I told you last week my feelings on it. You know, you don't have to get a PCR test before you get on the plane. Me personally, I would do it, only for the fact that when you get to Bangkok, if you get tested positive, you're going to get quarantined, aren't you? If you get tested the day before you go and you get positive, then you can just cancel your trip or change your ticket. But this one says, Bangkok has seen a sharp rise in the number of international arrivals since the requirement for pre-flight tests was listed. Thailand's main gateway airport in Samut Prakan province reported an average of 11,623 travelers from overseas destinations from Friday to Monday, a 66% rise from the average in March of 7,003 visitors a day. So there you go, guys. I know a lot of you out there, you come on the stream for a laugh. You don't really want to hear all this serious news, but there are those who do like to hear it. So I try and just get it in there at the beginning. Okay, so let's see what else is going on. Who else we got on now? Till, how you doing, mate? Right, good name for the book, Fools Rush In. I like that, but it's a bit generic, isn't it? Fools Rush In. We want something with that Thai bar girl sort of theme in it. I've got to say hi to Dave Andrew again. Dave, you're a generous man. You did a nice one last week. I fly 11th of May. Wait until 1st of May to see what restrictions are in place. Going Ko Chang for 25 days. It's a real difficult, wasn't it? Is it the restrictions? They just seem to be walking backwards. I mean, everybody around them are dealing with it now, aren't they? All the countries around them, but Thailand just seems to be stuck in this constant wheel of we'll see what happens next week, we'll see what happens the week after, we might do this, we might do that, but it's, you know, they just can't seem to make up their minds. So we'll see. Right, Dave, thanks, mate. I appreciate that. Okay, should we do let's see if we've got to do something fun for the moment. Right, here's a story for you. Let me just put this picture up here, and I'll read this out. You might have heard this on. This is from the Tiger. You might have heard this on the Tiger today. Right. So the title is, the picture's on the screen there. So the title of this is Police Arrest Thai OnlyFans Star for Making 100,000 baht a month. Well, they didn't arrest her for making 100,000 baht a month. That's what she was making. So I've summarized it here. Police arrested a trans woman known as Dreamy Doll for producing and distributing pornographic content in the northeast province of Khon Kaen on Tuesday. Dreamy Doll was making 100,000 baht every month by posting explicit content on the OnlyFans website. Khon Kaen police raided 20-year-old Dreamy Doll's room to find a large number of pornographic videos and 17 other items, including filming equipment and props used in the production of explicit content. So they didn't say too much about the props there. I'd like to hear a bit more about what the props were. But actually, It's not illegal to for her to make the porn. That isn't illegal. The illegal part is actually distributing it, and she was advertising her not website, her content. She was advertising it on Twitter, and the police signed up to her account to gather evidence, and that's how she got caught. So I don't know what's going to happen to her. Right. Let's explore Bangkok. I'm going after Songkran and 50k number fits. Yeah, okay. John Smith says Noel is blind, but he's reaching out via email. Praise the bro. No, I mean, I don't know if you no, they've got some real sophisticated equipment now. If you're blind, Noel will be able to speak into some software, or he'll be able to use his hands on. It's not like the old days where you're feeling all the bumps. They probably still do that. I don't know. But he's able to communicate. He writes emails to me. I send emails to him, and he's able to read them, because at the other end, I'll get a reply, unless somebody's, reading them for him, which I very much doubt, because, these guys like to, they like to be self-sufficient, don't they? So I'm sure he can read everything. So again, Noel, hi to you, buddy. Right. Hey, then, how about love and loss in Thailand? Yeah, that's not bad. Love and loss in Thailand. But we want it to sound a bit more kind of like dramatic. Love and loss in Thailand. So if you don't know what people are talking about, guys, the stories, I'm bringing out a book in the next few weeks with a lot of these stories will be in the book, and I'm looking for a good title, maybe about 5 words. But I'm getting some ideas here, some good ideas, but it's got to be quite dramatic as well. So if you've got an idea for a book, I'd like to hear it. Right, book name, Death by 20 Cuts from a Thai Burger. That's a little bit too dramatic, isn't it? Because I don't, cuts, I don't know, that's a bit, good one, but a little bit too dramatic. Another super chat then. Let me just go down to that. So that's from James Duggan. Happy birthday. I'm flying to Pattaya Wednesday. First time. Wish me luck. I don't think you really need any luck in Pattaya, James. It is what it says. It will do what it says on the tin. It's Pattaya. Everyone speaks English. You can get Western food. There's plenty of entertainment. Rent yourself a little scooter. You'll have a ball of a time. You'll have a brilliant time. Envious, actually. Right. I'll tell you what. Let's lighten the mood a little bit. I've put together a little video, a montage, because I like doing stuff like this, just for fun. Here, have a look at this. See what you think of this. Welcome, Big Dick. Amazing. Hope you enjoyed that, guys. I believe it or not, that actually took me about 2 hours to put together. I had to get the images, put it all together, put all the little breaks in and the music. So I hope you enjoyed that. I quite enjoy putting little bits of film together like that. Bottle Baby. Lack of testing is all the details, so don't get your hope up. Lack of testing is all. Okay, so Bottle Baby, you didn't like the fact that was going on about my internet the other week, did you? But I did do what you suggested. I plugged the cable straight in. So far, so good. And guys, if the internet does go down tonight, stick with it because I've been having problems, but I've got a cable directly linked into the back of the modem now. And as you can see, the quality is pretty good. And last couple of weeks, it's been fine. So, right. John Paul, here's a couple of names for the book of viewers. Horn Dogs of Thailand or Love Bound in Thailand. Yeah, Pazimo, I can't see his, good ideas coming through. But Pazimo, I was looking at the other screen. It's gone now. It might come up on this screen. But he brought out a valid point. He says you've got to be careful as well that, you don't name it something that could upset the Thai government as well, because they can be quite temperamental. Right, Morton Anderson, came home from a 1-week vacation in Thailand last Monday. Will not go back until the restrictions are lifted. The risk is just too high. Yeah, I hear you there, because I did the same in December, and I went for 3 weeks, ended up staying for 5 weeks because I tested positive the day before I was going to get on the plane, and disaster. Right. McLaren F1 race 1 to 5 on thumbnail 5. Okay. And just on them thumbnails again, if you've just come in, I was saying at the beginning, they're just for fun. The big boob girls that I put on at the fun. They're not even clickbait, guys, because most of the guys who come here are regulars every week. So it's not like I put that out and somebody's going to suddenly come into the stream. Like I say, everybody's regulars. They're just to put a smile on guys' faces. And I mean, they don't come any sort of larger than this lady here. I mean, she looks like she's got a kind of she's probably got a bicycle pump in the back of her bag there. That's just unreal, isn't it? Okay, right, where are we now? Jay, the RT-PCR test on arrival is a huge cash cow for hotel hospital. There is no rush to end that, trust me. Yeah, but they're shooting themselves in the foot, aren't they? Because while it is, and you are right, it's putting guys like you and me off going there. So in the long term, are they probably losing a lot more? Right, Pazimo again. Mortality police. Okay. Let's have a look. Who haven't we had up here? Nick. Book. The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Good name, but it's kind of been done already, hasn't it, that one? Quite a long time ago. Good old Clint. Let's just put them up there for you guys who just joined us. Right, Richard Harris. I'm waiting till December. Hopefully okay by then. I mean, December, we're only in April now. What's that? April, May, June, July, August, September. That's another 6 months away, isn't it? You'd like to think so, Richard. You'd like to think so. Let's explore Bangkok. I will wait for the old days to come back. I'm in no rush. And with the exchange rate at the moment, it's crazy. The exchange rate is actually quite good at the moment. When I was there 2.5 years ago, it was 36 baht to the pound. It will never be like the old days, 70 baht, 78 baht I used to get in the 90s. But it's about 43 at the moment, something like 43, 44. It's not that bad, not that bad. Okay. Delayed Dave, is it? Delayed Dave, Thailand roulette. Okay. I don't know what you mean by that, Dave. I can't really see the picture. All right. Good like 915. I retire in 8 years, but I can't move full time to Thailand as too family orientated. So we'll go for 3 months every year. Yeah, that's fine. Each to his own, Dave. The only reason I'm moving out there is because my wife of 33 years, my Korean wife and myself, have made the decision that we want to do our own thing. I know it sounds really kind of weird, but since we made this decision, I found out from some other people that there's actually several other people that I know who have done similar. Whereas we're not getting divorced. We're not. It's not about me finding girls or her finding another guy, or we don't fight. We're the best of friends. But we've just got to the point in our lives where, we had 2 girls. We brought them up. My eldest has got her own business now. She's moved out. My youngest is in university, and we've just decided we want to do our own thing. I want to go and live in Thailand. I'm old now. I'm not old. I don't want to sound like I'm moaning about it, but I'm getting on in years now, and I want to enjoy the rest of my life. There's nothing much going on for me here in the UK. I've got my health. I'm going to pack that part-time job in that I do in July, the driving I do. I just want to go out there and, just carry on my YouTube channel and, hang out, go to places like Chatham, Hua Hin, maybe visit some guys in Pattaya. And my wife wants to spend some time in South Korea. And who knows, in 5 years, 10 years, when we're all bored, maybe we'll get back together again. But we'll keep in touch anyway. We'll still be friends. So that's why I'm moving out full time. Originally, my plan was to do what you're doing. I was going to get in a small flat apartment here. I was going to carry on working part time, and I was going to kind of stay here for 3 months, go out to Thailand for a couple of months, then come back and work for 3 months. But you know what changed my mind was when I went out there at Christmas. It'd been a miserable winter here. And I went out at Christmas, and it was great. You know, I just felt like I was alive again. And I thought, you know what, whatever it takes, I've just got to move back out here. It's not like I went for a week's holiday and, you know, when I'm out there, I'm going to find out it's different to a vacation. I lived out there before, so I know what to expect. I've got a lot of experience. I'm not going to come unstuck, hopefully, touch wood. And, you know, I just want to do it. There's nothing here for me anymore. Right. Mac Tai, Peter, going to Phuket on Wednesday. Thailand pass, only took 3 days. I've been avoiding crowds since I booked my flight. Yeah, good stuff. You want to do that. Avoid the crowds. Paul Shackleton, bug name, Carry On Thailand. Yeah, it's got to be something a bit more. I mean, I really appreciate these ideas, but it really got to be something a bit more kind of descriptive, hasn't it? You know, it's. I don't know how you could do it in 5 words, but I'm sure we'll come up with something. Marky Mark, right? Why do they have Braille on the drive-up ATM? I think all ATMs have Braille on them, don't they? Because if you go to, I've noticed that if you go to any ATM. I get your point, though. Yeah. Why do they? Well, the obvious answer to that, Mark. So what Mark is saying is, why do they have Braille on a drive-in ATM, right? Because obviously, if you're blind, you can't drive. But I think the obvious answer to that is they don't make separate ATM machines for blind people. They make ATM machines and they go all over the place. And if they'll have all got Braille on them. And if it happens to go in a drive-through, it's going to bring that question up. But that's the obvious answer anyway. I might be wrong, but that's what I would think. Right. Could JB, could you interview channel viewers? I'd hide my identity by putting a Tesco bag on my head and speaking in a Jamaican accent. No one would know it's me, as I only shop in Waitrose. Big up the Dutch. Okay, but what's the point in hiding yourself? I mean, if you've got an interesting story you'd like to come on the stream or do a video with me, write to me. You know my email address, don't you? I'm gonna get a guy on here called. Let me just put this up for you guys. Shane Traveller, he's in quite a lot of the street. I've probably said that wrong now. Is it Shane Traveller? I forget. He knows who he is. But I'm gonna do something with him. Just I want to do some more stuff with the viewers. And there's my email address there. If you think you've got something interesting to say, write to me and we'll try and work something out. Another super chat there. Let me just put that up. And then is it time for a game yet? I've got a couple of competitions for you tonight. Right, Stephen, book title: Land of Smiles, Bart Beware. Yeah, but that's too similar to somebody else with a channel name like that. They might think it's him, mightn't they? But thanks for the offer. Keep them coming, guys. Keep them coming. What do you think of my one? The one, like I said, I don't think I'm going to use it because it's a bit corny. But like I say, I was thinking of like "I love you, long time," and then in brackets, not in capitals. I don't know. What do you think? Mike Jones, how about name Screwed in Thailand? I'm all right. Got to be a bit more polite than that, but I know you're only joking. Right, Solar Life Portugal. Good for you, Pete. Good luck and have a great time. We moved out here a year ago, and it's the best thing we have ever done. Yeah, I mean, most of the guys who go out there and come unstuck, they're very inexperienced. And I'm not saying every inexperienced guy who goes out to Thailand becomes unstuck, but it's usually those kind of guys because it's like they've been dropped in heaven in a sweetie shop. You know, they've never been there before. It's like, wow. And all the plans about budgeting and going to play golf or whatever it was go out the window, and they're in the bars at Nana every night. They meet some pretty girl called Knock or Nat, and it all goes tits up, and they end up coming back with their tails between their legs. But I've got a very, very good documentary. Like I said to you, if you've just come into the stream, I'll put it up at the end. You can go and watch it. It's about an Australian man who meets a bar girl, falls in love with her, moves up to Isan, does some stuff, and the end is just you feel like, well, I don't want to give it away. Right. How long we've been going? 45 minutes now. What should we do now? We won't do joking. I think we'll do a little competition. Let's see what else I've got for you here. So this girl makes me laugh. I wasn't going to do this again, but let's put this woman up there.
I'm 45. 45-year-old. I got 7 kids. I don't know why. I don't even like the man, but he got money. He said, you get me 7 kids, I get you fixed like nothing. Look at this. He gave me fixed like nothing. $4,500 for everything. Oh my God. Look. I look 24.
Christ, your worst nightmare, isn't it? Go to bed and wake up with no gold fillings, and nothing left in the house. All right, Scabachi, how are you? Pete, if you're going to Thailand to live, you will not resist that bullet hole. Ah, I will. I will. Don't you worry about that. Okay. Stephen J. Austin, book title. Hey, handsome man, tales from... Hey, I like that. Hey, handsome man. That's a bit long, though. Hey, handsome man, tales from Thailand. Could work on that. Hey, handsome man, love you long time. That's too long as well. I like the hey handsome man bit. I'll keep that in a file that in the back there. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. Right, Brian Harrison. Think you need approval to put people's stories in a book, Peter? You'll get sued. All right, let them sue me. That's fine. Right. I don't really think that's true because, well, it might be true, but if you think about it, these people have actually, I've got all the stories that they sent me, and they gave me permission to read the stories out on a public forum. What is a book? It's a public forum, right? I'm going to go for it anyway. Right, Shane O Traveler. That's right, Shane O Traveler. There he is. We'll have him on the stream or a video next week or the week after. Right, Somchai, Thailand, a thorny paradise. Oh yes, Dave Andrew. I was in Thailand in December. Also came back on 26th of December with Emirates, Dubai to Glasgow. Only 20% passenger load. I had a great flight as plane was empty. Yeah, I noticed that when I went out on Thai Airways. I had a direct flight in December, and what they did, that there was a bit more than 20%. I'd say probably 60%, 70% on the plane. But what they did, I was in economy next to, I like the window seat because I can nod off and nobody disturbs me. And when I looked down the plane, every 3 seats, the middle one was empty. So I put someone in the window, somebody at the aisle, so you could put all your stuff in the middle seat. And I like you, had a really good flight going out and coming back. Right. Squires, hi Peter, happy birthday. Charlie Cap, have you heard from Eddie? Any updates on your live stream? Eddie seems to be struggling a bit. I think it would be good for you to talk. Eddie's a very elusive man. I did a live stream with Ed Sweeney a long time ago, and it was so good. We went on, believe it or not, guys, for 5 hours. I don't know if there's anybody out there who watched that stream. We both got extremely inebriated, but it came out so natural. We didn't plan anything. I said, hey, Ed, come on the stream. He came on. I had a beer. He had a beer. We're like, cheers. We're just talking crap. People were joining. It was a really, really good stream. So about 2 months ago, I wrote to Ed because I've got his Facebook, and I said, look, Ed, we've got to do another stream, maybe not 5 hours. And he wrote back to me and he said, yeah, we'll do another stream, but I'm in Pattaya right now. Wait till I go somewhere a bit more interesting. I'm like, fair enough. And then about a month went by, and I knew he was island hopping and stuff. And I wrote to him again. I said, hey, Ed, don't forget that stream. I'm waiting with bated breath. And he didn't answer. He did a thumbs up or something like that. And the last time he contacted me was about 2 or 3 weeks ago out the blue. He just sent me a message. He said, hey, Peter, this is when he was in Bangkok. He said, hey, Peter, I was in a bar. I met a really cool American guy who recognized me from a channel. He said he loves Thailand Bound and he watches it every Saturday morning because of the stories. And that's the last I heard from Ed Sweeney. So I don't really want to go and ask him again because it kind of feels like I'm kind of begging him to come on my stream, which I'm not. I just thought we worked quite well together in a stream. Obviously, as we went on for 5 hours. If you want to write to him and tell him to give me a call, that's fine. But I shan't do it again. If he comes back to me, we'll do it. If he does it, then we won't. El Terrifical. Peter would be a tough boss. No, I would, very easy going, me. Right. Who else? Right. Big Bass 255. Those girls behind you look dangerous. Do you like them? Do you notice they're very, when I put these pictures of the girls in the background, apart from the thumbnail at the front, you know what I mean? They're very low key, aren't they? They're always dressed nice. I don't put any sort of too risque pictures on there. Do you want a different one? Let's see what else we've got here for you. Let's put that one. Songkran's on the way, so let's have that for a while. Right, David Craig. I assume you're using Kindle for your book. I sell a couple of thousand copies for each of my books. I plug. Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of quite new to Kindle. I thought Kindle. I've now since learned from Andrew, who's published his book. I thought Kindle was if it was a Kindle book, you had to have like a Kindle kind of pad. This is how old I am, right? Dinosaur. But I didn't realize Kindle was just kind of like that brand, and they're actually just Audible books. And I actually, for the first time, I downloaded an audio book this week because I walk a lot with my dog. I like to walk, and it's so boring if you don't listen to something. And you know, I always try and listen to like the Tiger or LBC, London News, something like that. But sometimes I run out. But I bought an Audible book on for about £4 on Amazon. But a bit of a con really, because when I downloaded it, I was going to listen to it, and then I found out I had to pay another £3 £99 to get the Audible to go with it. So it actually worked out nearly double. But I was walking yesterday and today, and I was listening to this story, like somebody reading a book. Great, fantastic. I think I'm going to be getting through a lot of books because I do a lot of walking. But in answer to your question, David, yeah, and if you want to plug one of your books, just stick it up and I'll put it up here. It's not the BBC or the CNN or anything like that. So if you want to, just put you back up there again, Dave. It always kind of not embarrasses me. That's the wrong word, but it always makes me feel a bit kind of cringy when somebody said, "Oh, I really like your show," or "I'm looking forward to your show." Because for me, for somebody to be able to do a show, they have to have a talent. So they're either a singer or a dancer or a magician. They're going out and they're doing a show, aren't they? I'm not any of them. I'm just like coming on YouTube and talking to you guys. So when somebody said, "I'm looking forward to your show," I kind of feel a bit like, ooh, I'm not really, I don't know if you can relate to that. Right. Hopefully in December will be like the old days. Yeah, I hope so too. That's good to mention. Crocodile Sunday too. Okay, talk to someone else. Right, let me see if I can get somebody's up here I haven't had up here before. Right, geezers. Good evening, Peter. Great show. What did you just say? You just said great show, but I know where you come from. Don't worry. Right, good evening, Peter. Great show and plenty of good advice. I was over there 5 weeks ago, and it was my first time, and I love the country so much that I love to live there for good in the near future. I mean, you will hear horror stories. Sometimes when I used to put out stories, 20 things that can go wrong in Thailand, 20 bad things about Thailand, all this. I mean, it happens everywhere. It's just a good video, make a good video. I get guys right and they say, "Oh, I watched your video. I'm never going out to Thailand. It's so dangerous out there." Or, "God, these people are such scammers." And when somebody sends me a message like that, I actually go out of my way and I write them a long email and I say, "Look, that is worst case scenario. Then, you might not suffer anything in 20 years out there. Don't let me put you off." And I try to tell them all the positive things. But it is safe. It's most people who come unstuck in Thailand, it's their own fault. They do that, it's something they do that they don't have to do. Passimo again. I watched that 5-hour stream on VOD. Got to be honest, it was a bit of a slog, but you did a great job of it. You can't, 5 hours. How can it not be a slog? I mean, who can keep people entertained for 5 hours? But to be fair to Ed and me, without blowing our own trumpets, we still had several hundred people in the stream at the end. And in fact, Trevor came in at the end. He was in at the beginning and he went, I think he went back to bed. And he came in, he said, "Are you guys still going?" It was just under 5 hours, but I hear you. Right, call it Harry Potter and the Ladyboy's bone. Well, it's not real. Well, there's no Ladyboy stories in there, is there? So I don't think that's really would work. Right, Del Boy, I'm late to the show. What did I miss? Loads. You missed the best bit. It's all gone now, Del. I'm just about to finish. I mean, we've had jokes, competitions. Oh, it was hilarious. Right, Paul Hoskins, 5 hours, almost as long as a massage. It doesn't take me that long, Paul. Right, Steve, Flying Club taking the dive. All right, Blinded by the Light. I'm whizzing through these now. Book name, Ring the Bell for the Stories I Tell. That's kind of quite. Ring the Bell. Yeah, but people haven't been to Thailand. They won't relate to the Ring the Bell bit, but I like it. McLaren, lots of messages from you tonight. I do the one on the. All right. Now, keep it clean. Right. Let's have a look. Peter, let's take a moment to acknowledge the woman behind your left shoulder. That's my left one. I'm looking forward to the wife kicking me out so I can go and find her and pay her to break wind in my presence. Jesus, blimey. Let's not go there. Right, David Craig, Kindle do paper. Well, yeah, I'm doing just on this book thing as well. I'm doing paperback as well, and so it'll be a most people don't read paperbacks now, do they? They download audio books or they watch videos. I have read the odd book. I used to read I wouldn't say a lot, but I did read. I just don't have the time to read books anymore. Ziggy T, right? Any advice, resource on learning Thai language before going to Thailand? Checked a few, and they were all tough to follow, not very beginner friendly. Yeah, there is one. Because I looked at it. You have to pay $100, but he gives you a few lessons free just to show you. And it's called something like Learning Thai with a Farang, right? I can't remember the exact title, but if you put that into Google or YouTube, you'll get something come up. And how he does it, he'll show you. Everybody agrees if you're going to speak Thai properly, if you want to learn to speak Thai properly, you have to learn to read it first. Then it comes more easy. If you just go in and try and, I know it doesn't make sense, but if you try and speak it, Trevor, for instance, he said he went to school, he can speak Thai now, and he said he went to school and the teacher said, "Look, you need to learn to write it first and you need to speak it." And he was like, "No, sod that. I want to speak it." And he said he wasted a year of his time. you've got to learn to read it first, because when you learn to read it, and it's exactly what I'm doing now, because I speak Pidgin Thai, you know, the normal sort of thing. You're in a taxi, you know, Dong Bai, Leo Sai, Leo Kwa, Ta Lai, you know, I can order all the food, the usual stuff, but I can't hold a real good conversation, which is what I want to do, because I'm going to go and live in Thailand. So the thing with the this course, the one that I was telling you about there, what he does, the Thai letters, he relates them to something you can remember. So the one that's kind of like a U with a bit on the end of it, he says that's the duck. Another one looks like a watering can. Another one is a chicken. So you can kind of remember them easy. And then he'll do a test. He'll put 3 letters up and he'll say, which one is it? The chicken or the, yeah. Go and have a look at it. I think you'll find it if you put that in. Learn Thai with a Farang. Right. JB again. Peter, you're a true talent. Don't put, I'm not putting myself down. I'm just saying that if you're going to go on a live forum, pronounce that you're going to do a show, then you should be on kicking and dancing and all things singing, right? Right. Soothing meditation. How about Thailand, land of smiles and Thailand, land of smiles and daggers. I might replace the word daggers because that might be offensive to the Thais. Thailand, land of smiles and shaggers, maybe. I don't know. Right, Neil, book title. They're all these some good titles. A Fool and His Money, but it's not really Thailand related, is it? It could be anywhere. It's got to be something that it's really hard because it's 5 words. So it's got to relate to Thailand. It's got to relate to foreigner bar. There must be something like the example I gave you, which I'm not going to use, but I love you long time not. Yeah, that kind of gives it away, doesn't it? Roger, good afternoon from Brazil. I tell you what, I need a beer now, so I'm going to disguise it. What I'm going to do, it's competition time, guys. We've got 2 good competitions tonight. And the first one is the same one as we did last week. It's Spot the Hooters Girls. And then we've got Spot the Ladyboy. But I've done it in a much more better format, so you'll enjoy these. And I won't do them back to back. But before I do that, here's a video that everybody out there must have seen by now, because it's been on every platform. It went viral. It's really funny. But I'm going to just play it because there might be somebody on this stream tonight who hasn't seen it. And it's real funny.
พี่ว่าบ้านหาใครอ่ะ
หาสายป่าน
สายป่านอยู่ไหนอ่ะ
ให้ป่านอยู่ไหนไม่รู้สายป่านเข้าไปในป่า
อ่ะลองเรียกสายป่าน
สายป่านไม่รู้อยู่ไหน
เรียกสายป่าน
สายป่านอยู่ไหน
สายป่านอยู่ไหนไม่รู้กลัวสายป่านหลงป่าสายป่านอยู่ไหนไม่รู้
สายป่านไปทำอะไรนะไปฉี่เปล่า
ไม่รู้สายป่านจะหลงป่า
สายป่าน
กังวลใจกลัวสายป่านหลงป่า
โอเคครับ
Yeah, that's what I thought as well. Okay, we'll do a competition now. Right, okay, so this one is really easy, guys. We did it last week, so I'm going to put a card up. It's got 6 girls from Hooters girls from around different countries. Only one of them is from Thailand. So the first card I put up, I'm going to leave it up there for a full minute, and that'll let me get a cheeky beer, because it cuts out all the sound when the video's running. So I'm going to put this card up. There's 6 pictures of 6 Hooters girls from all over Asia or the world. And you try and get the idea of the competition. You've got to guess which number is from Thailand. So I'll put this up now, and then we'll come back to the comments to see what you guys are saying, and then I'll run the answers after that. So here we go. Oh, that's good. Did anybody get it right? Okay, there's only 6 pictures, so it should be fairly easy. Let's have a look now. Right, Soothing Meditation. No. Matt, no. Shane, no. Marco, no. Pessy McNuggets, no. Mike Jones, no. One right answer so far. Trip on two wheels. You can only have one answer, so that doesn't count. Pete Bailey, no. Two not to be. Nope. JB, yeah. When I slept. Okay. Del, Del, I can't really read that out, can I? Taxi Talal, good guess, but no. That's a bit deceiving, that one, isn't it, actually? Jerry, no. Two right answers now. Martin McCormick, let it go for about 15, 30 seconds, and three right answers so far. Right, let me give you the right answers, and I'll play out the card with the answer on it. You'll be surprised at this because it's a wild card. Right, who's got it right? Let's have a look. Right, Jake McShane, you got it right, mate. Well done. Trip on two wheels. Half of your answer was right. Who else? Little Big Buddha in Thailand. You got it right. Well done. Stephen LJ Austin, you got it right. Javier Superstar, you got it right. Anyone else? Yeah, Robert Dickinson, you got it right. Nomad Overseas got it right. And that's it. So let's put the answer up, and you'll be kicking yourself here now, guys. There you go. It's quite. Let me just. Yeah, number 6 was. I would, if I didn't know, I would have said number 6, because she might actually be Thai, because it's in Hong Kong. She might be working in Hong Kong, but not many got that one right. But I've got another competition coming up in about 15 minutes. But while we're doing the silly stuff, let me just get something lined up here, ready to go. Where are we? I get all this stuff ready, and I can't find it. Right. Okay. Right, we might as well do Joke of the Week. And this week's Joke of the Week was sent in to me from Simon. It's a little bit longer than normal, but I hadn't heard this one today, so I thought I'd do this one. Right, so Joke of the Week for this week. An old lady gets pulled over for speeding. Is there a problem, officer? Ma'am, you were speeding. Oh, I see. Can I see your driving license, please? I give it to you, but I don't have one. The officer says, you don't have one? No, I lost it 4 years ago for drink driving. I see. Can I see your vehicle registration papers, please? I can't do that either. Why not? I stole this car. The officer says, you stole it? Yes, and I killed and hacked up the owner. Officer, you what? His body parts are in plastic bags in the trunk if you want to see. The officer looks at the woman and slowly backs away to his car and calls for backup. Within minutes, 5 police cars circle the car. A senior officer slowly approaches the car, clasping his half-drawn gun. Officer number 2. Ma'am, could you step out of your vehicle, please? The woman steps out of her vehicle. Woman, is there a problem, sir? Officer number 2. One of my officers told me that you have stolen this car and murdered the owner. Woman, murdered the owner? Officer 2. Yes. Could you please open the trunk of your car? The woman opens the boot, revealing nothing but an empty boot. Officer number 2. Is this your car, ma'am? Woman, yes. Here are the registration papers. The officer is quite stunned. Officer number 2. One of my officers claimed that you did not have a driving license. The woman digs into her handbag and pulls out her license and hands it to the officer. The officer examines the license. He looks quite puzzled. Officer 2. Thank you, ma'am. One of my officers told me you don't have a license, that you stole the car, and that you murdered and hacked up the owner. The woman says, I bet the liar told you I was speeding too. It's always the music that makes me laugh, not the joke. The joke was kind of long and winded, wasn't it? But that music puts a smile on my face. Okay, let's do a few more comments. Jam Jar Johnny, how you doing, buddy? Book name, Cryland Bound. Yeah, we're getting there, aren't we? We're getting there. Not quite, but keep them coming. Keep them coming. Mark, you haven't said hi yet, but you're saying bye now. Right. I think I've seen one from you. I went to chat with Peter and friends and Hooters commercial broke out? I went to chat with Peter and friends and Hooters commercial broke out. Okay, not sure what you mean by that, Mark. You got another one there. Okay, right. Anyway, hi, Mark, and bye, Mark. Right. Ben Elliott said, I think Philippines had the best girls. All right, each to his own. Stephen L.J. Austin, is Thailand bound a play on words as its past tense of bind, or did you mean as moving to? No, it was when I named the channel, it was just like Thailand bound. You know, bound's an old-fashioned word, isn't it? I mean, I'm bound on a steamer to the Far East. You know, it was kind of like, it's kind of a way of saying we're on our way, we're bound to Egypt or something. You know, that was just that. I thought it was good at the time. A bit late in the day to change it now. Right, Doggett. I said 3. I knew she was Thai. Okay. Yeah, you did. Yeah. You also said you give her one as well. Is that true? Right, Will Smith. Peter, please keep my wife's name out. Right, okay. Right, 20 Rothmans. My girlfriend said if I could quietly sleep with anyone in the world, it would be Pierce Bronson. All right. It's a little bit cryptic, that one, 20 Rothmans. Let me read that again. My girlfriend said if I could quietly sleep with anyone in the world, it would be Pierce Bronson. All right, okay. Am I missing a message somewhere there? Right. What would you say? Apparently, your sister was a bad answer. Right. Is that the name of the book? Okay. Right. Okay. You're still giving answer out there. Right. Deke the Trucker. Book name. Every Thai soy has a story. Yeah, I kind of like that as well. Every Thai soy has a story. What was the other one? I'm going to go through these tomorrow and try. What I might do is I might print these all out tomorrow and try and maybe mix a couple of them, because I like that every Thai soy bit, and the has a story is good. But maybe we'll see. I'll play about with that. Keep on coming. Right, Les. I keep choosing Japanese hotties. Yeah, it's not easy. It's not easy. Delboy K. The book title, like a great line in the Hangover movie, Bangkok has him now. Yeah, that's a good name, isn't it? But if it's being used in the book name, Found Honey. Oh, that's a great name. How about this then? Thailand, Found Honey. Oh, I'm going to write that down. Right, hang on. Thailand. I know you didn't write Thailand, but Thailand found. I would say this is a top contender. Taxi to Lao. Found Honey. Lost Money. That is a really good title, because that says it all, doesn't it? Thailand, so we know where we're talking about. Found Honey, everybody knows that is Lost Money. That is a really good one. I like that. Right, let's Will Smith. Oh, somebody told me off. Somebody wrote to me in the week. They said, "Oh, Peter, I'm really disappointed with you in the stream about your comments you made about Will Smith, because we were talking about what he did with Chris Rock, and I just gave an opinion. I said, well, you know, if he insulted my wife like that, I think I might have reacted the same way." And this guy came back hell for leather. I was really disappointed with what you said. I mean, okay, violence doesn't solve things. I was just kind of sort of saying that I would feel like doing the same thing if somebody did to my wife what Chris Rock did to his wife. Right, smoothing medication. Joe, I was asked today by a lesbian how I viewed lesbian relations. Apparently in 4K was not the right answer. Nice one. Okay, right, I've done that. Right, here's an interesting one. Let's just do another news article. I've got a picture of this one as well. God, this beer's making me burp again. Right, hang on. Where are we? So much lined up for you tonight. Right, let's put that up there. And you might have heard this story. This is quite an interesting one. Right. Right. Why are Thai Airways leasing 3 Boeing 777-300ER aircraft? I think the ER stands for extra range. Right. Thai Airways is expanding its fleet by 3 this month, despite going through an ongoing debt reconstruction process. The airline is in the process of selling 45 unused jets, yet they are leasing 3 Boeing 777-300ERs. Aircraft this month. 2 777-300ERs adorned with the Thai Airways paint job landed in Bangkok on April the 5th, and another is expected to arrive later this month. Why would a financially troubled airline, technically bankrupt, lease 3 new expensive aircraft when it's selling off its excess fleet? Apparently no longer needed. The aircraft will reportedly first be deployed on the airline's Bangkok to London route and will later serve other long-haul flights. So, yeah, that's kind of quite a strange one, isn't it? I don't know if anybody knows what the answer to that is. Let me get rid of that. And I thought this was quite weird as well. Title of the heading on this one: Thailand can welcome Russian travelers back this Saturday. The Russian MP has revealed that Russia would open its sky to 52 friendly countries. 52 friendly countries to Russia. 52 friendly countries from April 9 onwards after being closed to prevent the spread of COVID. Thailand says they're ready to welcome back Russian travelers again. So good luck with that one. Right, let's get rid of let me get rid of this, and we'll bring up this one again from last week. There you go. Okay, where are we now? Right, Kevin in Siam met a guy working for the Austria embassy in Bangkok. Perfect speaking Thai, but didn't know any written Thai. Yeah, I mean, look, it doesn't mean that everybody who speaks perfect Thai can write, but what's recommended by people who teach Thai, or people like Trevor, for instance, who did it, they just say that if you learn to read it first, it's much easier to learn to speak it. But that doesn't mean everybody does. I haven't heard from Damon tonight. He's not around tonight. I hope I don't know what's happened to him. Right. Okay, let's go. I've got some of these comments to reload. Let me move down and try and get some of the right. Shane, Buffalo Bound Tales of Traveller. That's quite comical. Okay. Right. We've been going an hour and 11. Geezers. Joke, did you hear about the two TV heroes getting married, then had a good reception? Oh, that is so corny. I've heard that one before, but yeah, but thanks. If you've got any jokes, send them in. I'll read them out. 70 people. Oh, well. Guys, if you hung on in there, thanks. Terrible. I'm having terrible problems with the internet at the moment. Right, Passimo, we'll go back to where we left. We won't go on about that too much. Welcome back. Yeah, it does my head in, really. We're having a good stream, a lot of people in the stream, and then it just disappears like that, and I've had to change settings, but let's not put us off. Right, looks like plugging it in didn't help. Now, Dave Andrew, 50p in the meter. Right, they're all coming out now. Oops, screen freezes. But I'm really glad you got jam charges, Jimmy. I know, freezer's gone. But I'm not panicking like I did now, because it seems to be a regular thing. It's awful. I've been on to the company, and let's just carry on. It didn't happen. Let's have some more. Let's do something. Where I've lost my place on the comments now. Right, Peter, lost the connection. Yes, I know. Wife is watching Netflix. She watches her Korean movies, so yeah, it might be something to do with that. Right, Pazimo, better get to somewhere with a good internet connection like Thailand to stream on. Yeah, I was amazed. I mean, I paid for the best internet connection you can get, and I think the best I can hope for in my house is like 53 megabytes a minute. And I was in a bar in Soy 8, just went on their internet, 800 a minute. Amazing. Okay, another super chat there. Stephen, Thailand Paradise or Nightmare, up to you. Thailand Paradise or Nightmare, up to you. Yeah, that's good. That could be in the top 5, I should think. Right. Okay, a few people coming back now. That's good. Right. McLaren, Putin took Peter out. Yeah, I disappeared there. Little break there. The Frang living the dream. Yeah. But most people don't know what Frang means unless they've been to Thailand. That's the only thing. Peter Bailey, you're back. I am back. Richard Martin, tie a yellow ribbon around the old oak tree. Okay. John Paul, Alt Control Delete, Peter. No, I because I thought this might happen. I've got the connection open where you can change, go from wireless to ethnic and vice versa and all that. So I mean, I was gone for about a minute, wasn't I? It's not really professional, but I can't do nothing about it. Right, David Pipe, book title: The Buffalo Died and Other Thai Tales. Yeah, good one. Like it. I'll go through all these tomorrow. Alexander Dupont, what did you say about China or Putin to get censored? Just popped in. That was my internet connection. Right, Hugh Jazz got a few new faces in tonight. Are you okay, Peter? Yep, I'm good. Paul Shackleton, I won't. Jimmy, joke, I'm selling my Hoover. It's just collecting dust. I like that. To be or not to be. Perfect book name. Hey, handsome man. No money, no honey. Yeah, good. I like it. Right, like Peter's video so he can get paid. That's Donald Person. All right, thanks. Okay, cats and good coffee. Thank you for that. Geezers, Yes, Thailand are 6th in the world for Wi-Fi signal. Oh, I didn't know that. We are 30th, I think, for Wi-Fi. Do you know, I never... Damien, you've woke up. Where have you been? I was wondering where you were. Let me get old Damien there. Where is he? I see a super chat there. Have I missed it? I can see it on that screen. I can't see it here. That's weird. It's not coming up on this screen. All right, but I can see it here. Damien, member for 11 months. I'm here, Peter. I was one of the first to say, even Mr. Peter, as always, never miss your streams. Oh, okay. I did wonder. I did miss that, Damien. So good to know you're still there. And thanks for the super. Well, it's not super chat, but it says you're a member for 11 months. That's why you've come up in green there. Okay. I don't know why is it coming up here. Right. Time is cracking on. Let's do another competition. This is a good one. You'll like this, as I say. Hang on. Stick with it, guys. Stick with it. I don't know why, Damien, your comment's not coming up here. Oh, well. All right. Let's go. Right. Jesse Hughes. Hello, Peter at work. Listening audio play brought me here. All right, Jesse. Good to have you here. Thomas Wright. Good evening, Peter. That was a great name for your book, but if you add me, it would make it more personal. Thailand, found my honey and lost my money. Yeah, that'd be good. But unfortunately, I haven't personally, have I? Thomas Wright. Good evening, Peter. That was it. All right. We've done that one just now. Right. Okay. Let's do a competition. It will allow me to, get my mojo back, as it were. Hate it when that internet goes down. Right. So this one, same again. Right. I'm going to put a card up now. I'll leave it up for a full minute. I see everyone's come back into the stream. So I'd lost about 60. Everyone's back. Apologies for the timeout. We won't say any more than that. Right. Competition time. So this one, there's a card. There's 8 pictures of apparently females, and they are 7 of them are females. One of them is a Thai ladyboy, right? And the idea of the competition, all I want to know is which number is the ladyboy. There's not more than one of them. There's 7 ladies, 1 ladyboy. Which one of these is the ladyboy? I'm really surprised. I thought you'd find that really difficult, and a lot of people have, but I'm surprised how many people actually got it right, because when I looked at it, obviously I know the answer, but when I looked at them all, what I purposely did, I'm a little bit devious, because I got females who kind of had that ladyboy look about them, and I thought, oh, this will get them. But quite a few of you got it right. So let's let me tell you who's got it wrong, first of all. So, Boohoo, no, wrong. Shane Old Traveller, no, not this time. IP6, no. Marky Mark, yes. Soothing Meditation, no. Alexander DuPont, no. Javier, no. Larry Dawson, no. Nick Franco, no. Robert, no. Brian Street, well done, mate. You got it right. Damon, no. JB, no. Donald Pearson, no. Jam Jar Johnny, no. Pesky McNuggets, no. Marco Polo, no. Robert, no. Gerardo, no. I Fly for Me, well done. You got it right. Nick T, no. Del Boy, no. A Nomad Overseas, no. Seamus or Doherty, no. John Campbell, no. Alex Curtin, well done to you. You got it right. Stephen 4X, no. Timothy Rogers, no. Richard Martin, no. Jolly Fox, well done to you. You got it. David Stewart, no. Paul Falcon, no. Gabar Palankas, is it? You got it right. Well done to you. Tilt, not this time, mate. Hey, then, not this time either. Canary spreads his wings. You didn't get it. Passimo, straight over your head as well. Crocodile Sunday, well done to you, mate. You got it. Tony Ball, no. Kevin in Siam, no. Donald Pearson, I like 3. We're not asking which one you like, Donald. Which one's the ladyboy? Anti-Corruption Digest, yes, well done to you. Matthew Cartwright, no, not this time, buddy. Charles Sanders, yes. Stephen, no. Richard Harris, no. Jason, no. Deke the Trucker, you're only allowed one, but both of them are wrong, Deke. Silver Fox, no. Big Bass 255, no. To be or not to be, yes, you're right. Grandmaster Flash, you are right. Who else we got there? Damien, I've seen your super chat there, 449. I don't want to lose this, but thank you for that. I'll try and come back to that. Alexander DuPont, nope. John Paul, nope. Taxi Talal, nope. Franco De Rosa, no. You got it wrong. Mark, yes. Mark Epton, well done. Hendrik, we're getting loads of people coming in. I'm going to keep reading them out and then I'll play it for a full minute, right? Paul Falcon, no. Richard Topping, no. 20 Rothmans, no. Wayne Mandan, no. McLaren F1 race, no. Only one chance, guys. Jake McShane, yes. Well done to you. Mick Whitaker, no. IQ Neg, yes, you got it right. David Boy, both answers are wrong. Kevin and Siam, no. Dog, yeah, you're right. Ting Tong, no. Huge Ass, no. McLaren, no. Deke the Trucker, they're all doable. You keep that to yourself, you dirty devil. Dave Lynch, no. I'm going to have to give you the answers now, guys. Adrian Ford, yes. Johnny Braylow, is it? You got it right. McLaren, no. That's your second guess. Peter Bailey, no. Third guess, McLaren F1, you're still wrong. No. Paul Shackleton, no. McLaren, again, that's 4 times. You still got it wrong. Litz, is it? No. Peter, right, okay. Right. Fifth guess from McLaren F1, nope. 6th, nope. 7th, nope. Grandmaster Flash, no. Okay, that's it, guys. Too many there. Damien, it's been 2 years and 6 months since I've been to Thailand, and I will have them all. They're all beautiful. Well, they're all ladyboys as well, apart from one. So let me show you with a bit of nice music which one is the ladyboy. All right, so well done to all those guys who got it. You know that bit of music in the background? That reminded me of do you remember the movie Scarface, where he's sitting in his big chair and he's gone on coke, he's got it all on the table, and he's got that globe in the background, it's the world is mine or something like that, and he's out of it. And that bit of music reminds me, I don't know, is that the same bit of music there? But there you go. I hope you enjoyed that competition, guys. Right, a few more, time for a few more comments, and then I think we're done. Right, Will Smith, the girl on the left with the biggest glass can urinate. All right, so weird comment there. Dutch Farang, he likes his apples by the look of it. Is that showing or not? No. Right, I'll take the hit, boys. Hey then, well, damn. Okay, JB, what beautiful man we have there, Peter. I would like to meet the good sir. All right. Okay, Ed Sweeney said a long time ago on his stream, and it's absolutely true. You know, if you ever look at these pictures, you think, well, you know, I'm kind of getting tempted here. Just ask to look at their ID, and then you'll see what they really look, and that should that'll wake you up, as it were. Right, there's Ed Sweeney's 20 stone wife. There would do the lot. I'm not saying that, Ed. If you watch his stream, I think someone's just joking there. They're not taking the mickey. Matthew Stillwood. That actually surprised me when I first did this competition months and months ago in a different format. The number of guys who said, "Oh well, you know, when in Rome," and I was like, "Really?" Right, Tilt. Never would have got that. They are hard, you know. I mean, if you got an English transvestite, you know, they just look like a trucker with a skirt on, don't they? A lorry driver with a skirt on. But the Thais, they really do look like women. They fool anybody. Okay, a lot of people like Peter Bailey says it doesn't matter. Okay. Right. Okay. Paul Shackleton again. You're saying, I'm glad it wasn't the other way round. Okay. Right. Let me just check. I haven't got anything else I've missed before I pop off. Oh, this is quite a funny little story here. This is I got this today from the I think it's from the Bangkok Post. The title of this is called "A Phuket Man Confesses to Spying on a Female Hotel Guest." Is still temporarily released. A Phuket hotel employee confessed this morning that he spied on a hotel guest last night when she was showering. Phuket police released the man, even though he admitted his crime, and the police had charged him. The guest, Tong, said she spotted him staring at her through the hotel's balcony blinds. Tong said Nopadon stood there helping himself. Tong said that after Nopadon realized she could see him, he quickly disappeared. Tong and her companion reported the incident to the hotel reception. She complained that it took 10 to 15 minutes for a night shift manager to arrive. She said when the manager came, he told her to go back to bed and they would deal with the issue in the morning. Then she saw Napadon in the lobby and yelled, "That's him." Tong then reported the incident to Phuket City Police. So a little bit of a quirky one there. I like the line he was helping himself. We'll have to kind of read between the lines what that means. Okay, guys, a couple more comments. Damien says, Scarface, now the leg chainsaw. That was a horrible scene, was it, in the hotel there where they had him on the shower, yeah, and the girl with the machine gun under the pillow. Okay. Canary spreads his wing. Ed Sweeney has given up. Okay, a lot of Ed Sweeney fans in tonight. Geezer, right. I was the fourth from the top and you didn't mention me. Shame on you, Peter. All right, I'm mentioning you now. Sorry about that. There's such a lot. You don't realize, guys, when you got sort of over 300 people in the comments, you can only see the comments just come flying in. And if all I did was just do nothing but read comments, I wouldn't do anything else. There'd be no competitions, no news extracts, nothing, because it's just so many. So I do miss the odd one. Right. I wonder what happened to you. Go hop in. All the girls look pretty, Peter. Yeah. Have you released that video yet, or that vlog that we did together? I must get you on here because like you were supposed to come on, weren't you, last 2 weeks ago, and then you had a migraine or something, and I've just been tied up with all different stuff. Drop me an email if you're still interested, and we'll do something. Pesky McNuggets, haha, number 2 was the best looking. All right. Okay. 6 is beautiful. Love that freckle. Right. Okay. Guys, Donald Person, let's do a new show all girls and make us think there is a guy there. No, that is definitely, there is definitely a Ladyboy there. Just have another quick look. Hang on. There you go. So I can't prove it. You just have to believe me. And what else? Let's have a look. I think that's pretty much it. Shall we do this one? I'll do this one more time before I go because it took me so long to put it together. I think my favorite one of there is a blow job is better than no job. Quite funny that, isn't it? Damien, my man, thank you very much. I appreciate that. That's very, very generous of you. I will catch up. You're not working from Saturday, so we will get back to the other phone. Guys, that's about it for tonight. Sorry about the timeout again, once again on the damn internet. What I'm probably going to do, I'm going to try changing providers. My daughter said to me, Dad, you got to change providers. I don't know if that'll help, but I'll get on the case this week. I'm fed up of having to apologize for it, but it's just so annoying when the internet goes down. But guys, great. Apart from that, great stream. Thanks for all your contributions, all the super chats, and I've enjoyed it. Apart from the timeout, I'll see you next Friday. There's some good stories. I can't remember how many stories are coming out tomorrow. I think there's 6 tomorrow, 6 stories. So I'll try and get them out nice and early. But for now, guys, thanks for joining me tonight, and I shall be back next Friday.